Hello, I'm Peter Kent. I'm the Member of Parliament for the great riding of Thornhill in York Region, just above Toronto. Well, I suppose my biggest concern was wondering what I was going to do with my life and the opportunities that I had. Oh, well, I think I was politically aware from almost from childhood. I had a political awareness, but when I eventually found myself in journalism, the practice, the tradition of the day was for journalists to be apolitical in terms of the work that they did. So that while I followed politics very closely in Canada and the United States and different parts of the world that I worked, I didn't wear my political inclinations on my shoulder. So when I did decide to get into politics in 2005, it surprised a good many of my friends. The first year that I was eligible to vote, I participated, registered and voted. My mom and dad encouraged us to engage in our electoral obligations right from the beginning. Well, you can do it in a nonpartisan way. We have what we call an intern program in Ottawa. That full year program provides for the interns to work with members of Parliament from several parties, not just one party. So they get a chance to see exactly the differences and the similarities where they exist between the parties, between political movements, and in terms of different political processes. I would respectfully suggest that current affairs and public policy does affect them. We hear from time to time the frustration or the alienation of young people about what's going on in either their city or their region or their province or their country, or the world for that matter. If everybody participates, then everybody has a greater interest in directing public policy in the sort of way that they'd like to see it go. Get engaged. It's really basic. It's you're never too young to write a letter to the editor. And I think one of the big problems today is that news consumers, information consumers, sometimes opt for entertainment tonight as a way of informing themselves rather than watching, a more formal newscast. It's as important. I think it's important for citizens across the ages, from youth engagement, young adult, middle-aged, seniors. I think that it's important that everybody engage, because everybody's affected by the world that we create, by the country, by the society that we create. To keep the door open so that youth can engage and can participate. Government needs to listen to the people, not just at election time. There's right now all of the candidates are out, all of the parties are out asking for support to form a government of one stripe or another. But I think the important thing is to make sure that between elections the doors are open and the candidates, the elected representatives, are available to continue to take suggestions and opinions and criticism about what either they individually are doing or what their government is doing. And we do that through our constituency offices. At the federal level, we maintain a constituency office that is staffed to serve everybody, not just the people who might have voted for the member who represents a riding. Well, I think some politicians are boring. No, I think it depends on your perspective and your understanding of what politics is all about. Politics from the outside may well look boring. it's hard work to engage politically. It's, you have to be focused, you have to be interested, but there are great benefits once you get in, because there is, on one hand, a social element to it. It's great to be with people who are as interested as you might be in a particular issue or set of issues. But you can also make a difference in terms of adding the youth perspective into any conversation that leads to a decision. I don't think I could generalize about how I see today's youth. I mean, I see a really broad spectrum of individuals. I see a better educated, more sophisticated group of young people than in my day. Come on in. Find a politician and ask them if they can get involved. I think that young people today that we have, in general terms, it's a group that can shoot for the stars if they want, and it's just a matter of individually choosing how to get there. Hello, I'm Peter Kent, the Member of Parliament for Thornhill, and I support the Youth Vote 2015 in York Region.